record keeping should I do? What kind of, these types of things that I talk about a lot. And I think we mentioned a little bit, you and I, before we went on here, I talked about artificial intelligence, right? That's a big buzzword, and people are like, "Oh, everybody's talking about artificial intelligence." But you know who has artificial intelligence? The IRS, right? So they're using it very. So I always tell people, right? 95% of all tax returns are filed electronically. Right. And then we talk about 1099s, and everything is tracked through a 1099. And so artificial intelligence can compare these things very.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Investor Fuel podcast. I'm so excited today to be joined by somebody who I know you're going to find very, very valuable information from. I have my friend today, Mr. Stephen Leahy, and I said that name right, that last name right, Mr. Leahy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And listen, he specialized in tech. Well, let me backtrack, because he told me to watch the words that I say. But he's going to tell you how to avoid getting in trouble when it comes to tax laws. This is what he can offer you, is some tax advice. So I'm so excited to hear him talk about this space, because let's be honest, if you're here, you're an entrepreneur, you already know that this is a sensitive subject for us all. And so I am excited to have Mr. Stephen Leahy here today. How you feeling, man?
It's great. I'm so happy to join you here today and share some information with people.
Absolutely, absolutely. Listen, I know our listeners is going to get some great wealth out of this conversation. And so I'm trying to tee you up, man. I want to dive in. Of course, people may not be familiar with you and what you do. So do us a favor. Just let us know, what is your main focus these days? And I don't know if you want to tell them, where you operate out of, the city and state. That's up to you, but I'm sure they would like to know that too.
Well, I help companies, business professionals who are having tax problems generally, right? So but because I help so many people for such a long time now with tax problems, I try to help them avoid them too, right? So now because I know what the potholes are, what's the obstacles are, and so I try to help people avoid those obstacles too. Now, sometimes people try to avoid them too late, right? I think we could talk about prevention, but it kind of goes over your head until you're facing the IRS, right? And as an investor or any entrepreneur, right, a big part of your business is taxes, right? They're your partners. You might not like it, but that's the way it is, right? They probably are your biggest expense, right? Taxes. And so if I can address those taxes, first, avoid them from coming after me, which is always, even if I didn't do anything wrong, right? I'm guilty until proven innocent in front of the IRS. And so it's, even if I've done everything right, it's still going to cost me some money to fight the IRS, even though if I come out and I say, hey, you don't owe anything. That doesn't happen very often, where they're coming after you and you come out and say, oh, you know what? You don't owe us. We owe you. Doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. But so again, I'm helping people who are facing IRS problems and don't know where to go. And so I help them solve the problem.
Yeah, yeah. Now I love it, man. I love it. One of the things that caught my attention when we was talking is that you try to help people, and you just said it. You try to get them to take action before there's a problem. Right? Like,
Yeah.
before you get in trouble, let's take action first. Now, I don't know if you want to talk about it, but I do know you was talking about maybe of course everything's an expense, but I think you told me something about a subscription plan, and I'm not sure if you want to talk
Yeah.
about that or not, but I think that was a great avenue that you took, or something that you offered, and I think that would be great to talk about.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Well, one of the great things about the internet and these podcasts like this and other things, right, is that we can share information with people, and it's available. So you have to, where do I go to get that information? And I could search YouTube and all this, and who can I trust to give me the right information? Because a lot of people are out there, but you can't trust everybody, and many people are giving bad information. So we set up a website. It's called fightbacknow.com, because we fight back against the IRS, right? And we offer a membership for $47 a month that you can come in. You get information. I provide guides and resources and a community of people just like you, who many of them have overcome these IRS problems. So we try to. You don't always need an attorney. Oftentimes, what you need is information, and so I try to share that information on that site.
I love it. Now, if I heard you right, that was fightbacknow.com, correct?
That's correct. Fight back now. Yes.
Fight back now. I love
was
it,
all-
man. I love it, man.
That was always my tagline, and so I went out and got the URL. So that was always my
There you
tagline.
go.
Fight back now.
You want it, man. That's
So I
so
wanted
important.
let me mention I am in Chicago,
Okay.
but tax problems are across the nation, so I can help anybody
Yeah.
throughout the nation.
Yeah.
We do. Obviously, I have a law firm also, and the law firm helps 1-to-1. But this open tax it helps people, 1-to-many, share this information. So I try to get it out there. And the IRS is always changing. There's always big changes with the IRS, and so you need to keep up with it. Also, what kind of structure should I have for my business? What kind of record keeping should I do? What kind of these types of things that I talk about a lot. And I think we mentioned a little bit, you and I, before we went on here. I talked about artificial intelligence, right? That's a big buzzword, and people are like, "Oh, everybody's talking about artificial intelligence." But you know who has artificial intelligence? The IRS, right? So they're using it very. So I always tell people, right? 95% of all tax returns are filed electronically. Right. And then we talk about 1099s, and everything is tracked through a 1099. And so artificial intelligence can compare these things very quickly and come after you like in a month or two, where it used to take the IRS years to come after you. I've seen them now boil that down to just a couple of months, and they're on you. And sometimes their information is wrong. So then what do I do? Right. And so this is kind of what what to watch out for, because artificial intelligence is out there. It's not going away. And so what can I do to avoid these problems? And so one of the things is use it yourself. And that's in record keeping. You can use artificial intelligence in record keeping. These new systems out there, they know what who your vendors are. Because right, you're using the same vendors. You have a lot of the same expenses, and your your bank account is connected. Your credit cards can be connected, and it can help you with so much. And so record keeping is like the key now. I think if anybody takes something away from this podcast, it should be I should have a good record keeping system.
Absolutely. No, I absolutely love it. And you know what you do, you talked about it. Things are always changing within the IRS. You got to stay on top of it. And you as a professional, you got to stay on top of it. So let me know, like, what is it about the systems that you have in place that keep things running smoothly on your end so that you can stay up on top of everything? Like, how does that work for you? How do you keep things running smoothly, staying on top of the ever changing IRS laws?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Well, because it helps that I'm kind of geekish in the sense that I like this stuff, right? So I'm on top of it. I mean, I'm reading anything about the IRS. I'm reading about taxes. I have a son who just got his master's in tax law. So even at home, this is what we talk about for fun, right? So anything that's changing, I'm up on it because I'm interested in it. And just like you might be in whatever your business is, right? You're interested in it, and so that you don't have someone doesn't have to tell you, hey, what's new? You know what's new because that's what your interest lies, and that's just for me too. And you might think it's funny that I like taxes, but I do.
No, I don't think it's funny at all. I mean, I think this is why, I gotta watch the words that I say. But I think this, can I say prolific or proficient? Can I say this is
Yeah,
why you're proficient
yeah.
in what you do?
I
Because
just want to.
this, yeah,
I just want to tell everybody that as an attorney, you can't be a specialist and you can't be an expert, and so
yeah,
that's why you're being careful with what you say, because I can get in trouble if I
exactly.
say, "Hey, I specialize in this, that, or the other thing." Attorneys can't specialize. So my focus is on helping people who are in business for themselves obtain the American dream. That's my goal. I want to help you obtain the American dream. That's why you're doing what you're doing. And that's why I do what I do. And that's where I get so much, feedback from my clients. And that, I'm trying to help them do that because the IRS is often the one that's standing in the way of your American dream. So I want you to
Yeah.
overcome that.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Now, listen, what we try to do here, we try to, because everybody's coming from a different lens, everybody have different background, investors, of course, tax law, but one thing we have in common is as we try to build businesses, that everything doesn't always go smooth, right? There's moments when things kind of get real. So, do you
Exactly.
mind telling me about a time maybe you had to pivot fast? You kind of had to think on your toes. Maybe things didn't go the way you wanted it to go. You mind sharing any stories like that?
Well, I've been in business myself for many years. Okay, so things, as any business owner knows, things never go the way you think they're going to go, right? And so you're always trying to pivot and change, right? I didn't always practice in the IRS field. I kind of, but I evolved into that, right? As business owners, we evolve. Why? Because we're learning all the time. Right. So there's things now you didn't know 5 years ago. Right. And so you got to incorporate that in your business. You can't be stuck in one model, right? Because your model may have been wrong or just mistaken or just old. Right. And things have overcome it. So we always are trying to change, how we reach people, how we address things. Right. That's just the nature of being in business. Always be flexible and willing to change. Uh, as I get older, that becomes more difficult. but I still do it. So I always are trying to change.
Nah, understand that. Thank you so much for your honesty and your perspective on that. And I love the fact how you said, you're a nerd. Like most of us, it benefits us to be curious, right? When you are curious, you're constantly asking questions. You're constantly going out looking for research, especially when you got something that's passionate and close to your heart, something that kind of motivates you, or something that makes you money, or even something that's a service that you want to provide for people, fulfilling a need. It kind of keep you curious, keep you passionate, keep you motivated with learning, keep you motivated with making sure you're giving the people the best information possible. And I know you said at the top of the show, educating people, giving people information is kind of, to me, sound like at the heart of what you do. So yeah,
Absolutely.
especially with the fightbacknow.com. So yeah, yeah,
Well,
that's good.
absolutely. And again, this is what you become passionate about, right? And I always tell people, right? If you're good
Yeah,
at what you do, if you like helping the people or doing what you're doing, no matter what you're doing, right? You're helping somebody in the end, right? If I'm a real estate investor, right? I'm buying real estate, I might be flipping it and making it a nice home for somebody or whatever that is, right? You're helping other people. And that's really what it's all about, right? And so you get passionate about helping other people. And so it's your duty, because you're good at it. It's your duty to do the best you can, right? And don't
mm,
let the IRS stop you from doing your duty, which is helping people achieve whatever you're helping them achieve. And so that's where the education comes in. And all of us are in that, right? We're all educating others about how our little piece of the world works.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
absolutely. No, I love that. I love that. Thank you so much for that. So let me ask you this. You're giving us a ton of wealth, a wealth of knowledge. I want to know what's next for you. What's the real kind of goal for yourself and your business these days? Are you, looking to solve a problem? Well, at least, I mean, you definitely looking to solve problems, but just, just more, what's the next goal for you and your company?
Well, my goal, actually, I'm really working on fightbacknow.com to help more people at a lower price point, right? I'm an attorney. I'm kind of I've been around for a long time. I help people. I'm not seeking a lot of new clients. I have clients, right?
Yeah.
But I think everybody can't hire someone like myself. But again, I think oftentimes you just need information. And that's what my goal is, to get as many people in our membership group as we can. Some people will need the one-on-one service, and that's great. And I'd be happy to provide that for them. But most people just need information. And so if I can feed that niche and helping entrepreneurs, real estate investors, business owners, right? I help a lot of realtors. Um, this is my goal. So I want to get as many people as we can and build this community. We call ourselves freedom fighters, right? Because
I love it.
we're fighting for our freedom. That's what the American dream is. That's why we start our own business, to be free of all of this stuff, right? Because we're out on our own. That's what free people do, and that's why
Yeah.
we're freedom fighters.
I love it. I love it. That's big, man. That's big. You got so many different things in place. So I'm gonna say this. I don't know if I can call it a phrase or not, but you let me know if it means anything to you, right? So when I say 1099 reporting, does that mean anything to you at all?
That's really been the focus for my last couple of months. Actually, for about a year now, I've done a lot of continuing education for tax professionals and attorneys, where I talk about 1099s, the different types of 1099s. And there, I don't know if you know this, but there's more than 20 types of 1099s. And this is
Mm,
what the IRS is doing, well, again, with AI, to track us all. I just wrote a book called 1099 Reporting, a Professional's Guide, right? Where I go through a lot of what I'm talking about here: AI, what they are, how these forms work, why the IRS is using them, and how they're using them, and why now that's a professional guide for more tax people, but why everybody should be involved in that. You have to know that you're being tracked, and so you have to be able to react to that, because they're going to come after you, right? If
yeah.
they get a 1099, it doesn't have to be right, right? They call this the CP 2000, which is when you get a notice from the IRS and they say, here, this is what you said on your tax return, but this is what we found on a 1099. Tell us why we're wrong or pay the tax. So now the onus is on you to address it, right? So that's just the way the IRS works. If they get something wrong, you have to prove that they're wrong. They're not going to say that they're wrong. And so that puts the onus on you. So more and more of our interactions with the IRS is not just in April, not just in March when our tax returns are due, but all year long, you're going to be facing IRS notices and IRS inquiries. And so how do I address those? So that's why I'm really focused on 1099s.
I love it. Absolutely. I love it, man. I love it. So let me ask you this, and definitely in this community, we're definitely about relationship building, networking. So when it comes to like building relationships and growing your network, like has that made a big difference for you?
100%. 100%. It's all, again, it's all about relationships, right? That's what all of this is about, and community, right? That we all share, especially all of us that are trying to run our own business. Because I'm in there with you, right? I'm not some guy who's working for some big law firm who's telling me how I should do things, right? I have my own business, always did, and in my whole family. When I was growing up, my grandmother was a dog groomer. My dad owned a janitorial company. So we're always been in business for ourselves. And so I'm just like you, and I'm trying to, build this community to share this information. But relationships is what it's all about. Absolutely.
Relationships, everything in this space.
Yeah.
Like that's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You are so right, man. I appreciate you saying that. That's one of my taglines that I love to say is that relationships is everything.
And now you and I have a relationship.
That's how the ecosystem works. That's how it works. Absolutely correct.
Absolutely.
Absolutely correct.
Absolutely true.
Well, listen, before we wrap up, if someone wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, maybe collaborate, learn more about Never Fight Back Now and how to fight back, like what's the best way to get in contact with you?
First, you can go to fightbacknow.com and sign up. I have a daily email that I send out about taxes and running your own business and things. That's free. So if you go to fightbacknow.com, you sign up for my daily email. That's free. Or if you have a question, you have a concern, you want to match notes, happy to do so. Give me a call. My phone number is 312-664-6649. I'm going to give it to you one more time because I know that take out a pencil. Here it goes. 312-664-6649 and call me. I'm always happy to talk to people. I got to tell them at the desk that I asked you to call because maybe they won't put you through otherwise. I'm an important guy,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know it. Yes, sir. Man, Mr. Stephen Leahy, I appreciate you, sir. I appreciate your time, your story, your perspective. I appreciate you doing things the right way, building a subscription model, like trying to make sure that people can get their taxes done, that they can solve the problem before there is a problem. Let me see if I can quote you. Take action before there's a problem. So I appreciate what you're doing and trying to make sure that people are set up the right way. I really do.
Well, I appreciate your opportunity to share my story with your audience, and again, love to help them. Like you just said, take action before there's a problem. Too many people don't. So if you're facing a problem, it's not the end. That's when I really shine, helping people get out of the problem.
I love it, man. That's a good sign off right there. Listen, if you're tuning in, please make sure that you subscribe. I know you found value in this, right? We didn't give you another resource that you can go to and be able to get what you need taken care of, especially when it comes to your taxes. So please continue to tune in. We got more operators coming, more people coming, just like my friend, Mr. Stephen Leahy, who's doing business the right way. And so until the next time, we'll see you later.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.